And today we will start with some different kind of property. Okay, so this is basically what we'll do. We'll relate different kind of inverse trigonometric function, and we'll write or convert different trigonometric functions into different forms. Right? So we'll just convert one trigonometric function into inverse trigonometric function into the other form. Okay, so let's see. So first thing, so I'll give you just a demo. I'll give you just an example, and you will understand what I'm trying to say. Right? So let's see. So first one, for x greater than 0, for x greater than 0, suppose if you have sine inverse of x, sine inverse of x, okay? For x greater than 0, suppose if you have sine inverse of x, right? Now see, if you have sine inverse of x, then what I can do, I have to, first thing is I have to convert this into cos, tan, cot, and sec and cosec, right? So if I have to convert this into other inverse trigonometric ratios, what I will do, I will take this is equals to theta. Okay, if I'm taking is equals to theta, so this becomes x is equals to sine of theta. This x becomes sine theta, right? So now what I will do, I will form a triangle, a right angle triangle, in which I will take this angle theta. So sine theta is equals to x, and sine theta is what? Height upon hypotenuse. So this will become x. This will become 1. Okay. So if this is x, this is 1, this becomes base. So value of base will be 1 minus x square. Understood? So value of base will be 1 minus x square. It is understood that x will be less than 1. Otherwise, you cannot take sine inverse. And it is understood that x is less than 1 also. Okay. So we got this. So now if theta is sine inverse x, so theta can also be written as in terms of cos inverse of, right? These are property bacha, है ना? These are properties. Okay, so different kind of property, है ना? Okay. So what I can write is cos inverse of, I should get theta. So what should be the value of cos inverse such that I should get theta? Cos inverse of base upon hypotenuse. Base is what? Base is 1 minus x square, right? So this will become under root of 1 minus x square by 1. If you write this, this will give you what? This will give you again theta. Understood? This will also be equals to, if I have to write this in tan. So tan inverse of, so tan theta should be, tan of theta should be height upon base, right? So this will be tan inverse of x upon under the root of 1 minus x square, right? Also, if I write this in cot form, so this is cot inverse of, cot will be simply reversed, so this will be under root of 1 minus x square upon x. If I am writing it in sec form, then sec will be simply reverse of cos, and cosec will be simply reverse of sine. Understood? Just copy this thing. Well, exactly something like this we can also do for cos. So suppose for x, suppose we have, so I'll write. Fine. So if we have for x greater than 0, if we have cos inverse of x. So now I want you to write this is cos inverse of x. I want you to write same thing in terms of x, tan, cot, sine. Basically, tan and sine are enough. For x greater than 0. Just copy this one, then start writing for this one. But this will be, if x is greater than 0, I am writing sine inverse. So obviously, it will, x is also less than equals to 1. Right? It is self implied that x will be less than equals to 1. Otherwise, this will become imaginary. Right? So this is less, x is less, obviously x is less than equals to 1. But this property is for x greater than 0. Okay, so let's look at this one. If you'll again write this is if this is equals to 5, suppose if in this case I'm taking angle 5, right? So again what I can do, I can write x is equals to cos of 5. So this will become x is equals to cos of 5. Again I can form a right angle triangle. So this triangle is for this one. So suppose this is right angle triangle. This is 5. Cos of 5 is equals to base upon cos 5 is equals to base upon hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is 1, base is x, right? If this is base and this is height, so hypotenuse, so height will be root of 1 minus x square. Understood? If these are the case, then I can write this in terms of sine. So sine inverse of first sine phi will be what? Sine phi will be root of 1 minus x square, root of 1 minus x square upon 1. So sine inverse of root of 1 minus x square, right? Also, if I write this in terms of tan of phi will be what? Tan of phi will be height upon base. So this is 1 minus x square of this. So tan inverse of root of 1 minus x square upon x, height upon base. Right? So I hope you understood what by conversion from one inverse trigonometric function to other trigonometric function, what do I actually mean? It is simply just take and form a triangle, and then you can relate one inverse trigonometric ratio to other. So what I did, I simply sine inverse x I equated equals to theta. Sine inverse x first, what I will do, I've taken sine inverse x is equals to theta, right? So from this I will get x is equals to sine of theta. X is equals to sine of theta. So that means sine of theta, this was x, and this is x upon 1. So this is x upon 1. So x becomes the height and 1 becomes the hypotenuse. X becomes the height and 1 becomes the hypotenuse. Okay. Now theta I can also get using tan. Theta I can also use get using cos. So if I am using cos, so I should get something. So from here I should get something should give me cos of theta. Something should give me cos of theta, and I know cos of theta. If I look at this triangle, cos of theta is what? Base upon height, base upon hypotenuse. So cos of theta is what? Under root of 1 minus x square upon 1, right? So theta I can also get. So from here I can get theta is equals to cos inverse of root of 1 minus x square upon 1. This is what I've written. Same thing I can write. Tan of theta is equals to something. Tan of theta is equals to something. Tan of theta is equals to height upon base. Height upon base. So theta will be tan inverse of height upon base. That's it. I hope this is okay. This page everybody understood? Yes. Now let's start doing questions on the same. We can also do for tan. If I have written this is sine, this is cos. If I'll write for tan also, we can also convert that into different trigonometric inverse trigonometric ratios. Very good. Okay. So let's solve one question. So this is tan inverse of x by under the root of a square minus x square. You have to convert this, right, in terms of sine inverse, where x belongs to 0 to a. Where x belongs to 0 to a. This is tan inverse. You have to write this in sine inverse. Okay. Let's see if you can find it out. It's very simple. Just write this in terms of sine inverse. Let's see if you can find it out. Yes, sir. That is correct. X by a. Sine inverse of x by a. Very good. X by a. Yes. Yes. Very good. Very good. So what we can do is very simple. So this is tan inverse of x by under the root of a square minus x square. I can take this equals to theta. So this will give me tan of theta is equals to x by under root of a square minus x square. If this is tan of theta, under root of a square minus x square, I can form a triangle in which if I take this as theta, height is nothing but x and base is nothing but under root of a square minus x square, right? If these two are this, then hypotenuse will be simply a, right? So if I have to write sine inverse, so sine theta will be nothing but x upon a. So theta is nothing but sine inverse of x by, very simple. Very good. Most of you are getting it correct. Very good. Excellent. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Simplify in terms of x. This is sine cot inverse tan cos inverse of x, where x is greater than 0. You have to simplify this in terms of x, right? In terms of x. Fine. So if we'll see, look at this. This is theta. This theta will be fed to tan. This will become a value. This value will be fed to cot. Cot inverse. This will become again angle, sine of some angle. So basically, you have to give a value. You have to give the output in terms of x. Let's see if you can find it or not. Yes, answer is x. Answer is yes. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Most of you are giving correct answer. X. Everybody saying x. Let's see. So we have first. Okay. We'll check. I know we'll check. So what we'll do? We'll start from the innermost. This thing. We'll start with this thing. So what I will do? I will take this equals to 5. Right? Now, if this is 5, what I will do? I will try to write this thing. In terms of. I will try to write this thing in terms of tan, such that tan of tan inverse will become same thing, whatever is inside, right? So I will try to write this thing in terms of tan, because this is inside tan. So I will write this in terms of tan inverse, right? So this is cos inverse of x. So cos inverse of x is equals to 5. So from here, cos inverse of x is equals to 5. So from here I will get x is equals to cos of 5, right? If I have to write this thing in terms of tan, so basically if this is a triangle, I'll draw each and every one. So if this is a triangle, so this is 5. This is the base x 1. So this becomes root of 1 minus x square. This becomes root of 1 minus x square. This thing, okay. Yeah, we can do that also. So what happens if this is what we are getting? So this okay, so what we'll get from here, we will get, so this thing can also be written in the form of tan inverse of, because this is tan, so we can also write this as tan inverse of root of 1 minus x square by x. Root of 1 minus x square by x. So this way, when I substitute this in this, so this will become tan inverse of root of 1 minus x square by x, which is nothing but tan inverse of something is nothing but this thing will come outside. This is under root of 1 minus x square by x, right? This is 1 minus x square by x, cot inverse, right? This is cot inverse of 1 minus x. So this is cot inverse. So now this whole thing converts into sine of cot inverse of root of 1 minus x square by x, right? So again, what I will do? I will try to write this in terms of sine. So let's see. So if I'll write this in terms of sine, this will be, this is now, if I take this is equals to phi, if I write this in terms of sine, you will see that if I form a triangle, so this is height now, x, this is base, root of 1 minus x square, so this simply becomes 1. So if I'll write this, so this is phi. If I write this in terms of sine, this is nothing but sine of sine x. Oh, sorry, sine of sine inverse x. So this is nothing but x. Understood? Fine. Yes? Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Fine. Very good. Okay. Let's do one more question. So if to find the value of cosec tan inverse cos cot inverse sec sin inverse of A, okay, where A belongs to 0 to 1. Okay, just write it carefully, don't miss any part. So this is cosec tan inverse of cos, cot inverse of sec, sin inverse of A. So there are, so I'll just underline. So this is one, then we have this, we have this, and we have this. Okay, just write it carefully and try to solve it. In terms of A, in terms of A, the answer you should get is root of 3 minus A square. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Just try to solve this one. Okay, Sanjana. Okay, don't look at the answer. Just try to solve. Think about that. I am not giving the answer. Okay, very good, sir. Okay, so let's start. So what we have to do, so this is from, so the way of solving these kind of question is simply just start from the innermost bracket. Start from the innermost bracket, है ना? So if we start from the innermost bracket, that means this is sine inverse of A, sine inverse of A, and this is sec, right? So I will also try to convert this sine inverse into sec form. Okay, so let's try to solve first for this one, what this is, right? So I will try to write this in the sec form. So this is sec of sine inverse of A, sec of sine inverse of A, right? So this sine inverse of A, I can form, this is a right angle triangle. So if I'll use this sine inverse of A is equals to theta, so this becomes theta. A is height and hypotenuse is 1. Yeah? So this becomes under the root of 1 minus A square. This becomes under the root of 1 minus A square. This is simple, right? So I have to write this in terms of sec. I have to write this in terms of sec inverse. So this I can also write sec of sec inverse. This I should get theta. Sec inverse means sec cos, so sec theta. So sec theta Sec theta means hypotenuse upon hypotenuse upon the base. So this is 1 upon root of 1 minus a square. This is 1 upon root of 1 minus a square. So I can write this as sec inverse of 1 upon root of 1 minus a square, right? And this will simply give you 1 by under the root of 1 minus a square. So this whole thing I can remove and write simply what? Root of 1 minus a square. So this part gets simplified. So I'll write the question once again. So now you have to solve. Cosec, tan inverse, cos, cot inverse, right? So now I will take cos and cot inverse. So this is cos of cot inverse. I will take the second part now. Cot inverse of 1 by under the root of 1 minus a square, right? Again, if I take this is equals to 5, very good, very good. So if I take this is equals to 5, so again, if I will form a right angle triangle, this is 5. So cot inverse of something is equals to 5. So that means cot 5 is equals to 1 upon 1 minus root of 1 minus a square. And cot is what? Base upon height. So base becomes, so this will give you cot of 5 is equals to 1 by under root of 1 minus a square. So base upon height. So this becomes base, this becomes height. So this is root of 1 minus a square upon 1, right? So now this is height, this is base. We can find the value of hypotenuse also. So this is height, this is base. So this is square plus this is square. So this becomes under the root of this square plus this square. So this square is 1 minus a square plus 1. So this is nothing but under the root of 2 minus a square. So hypotenuse becomes this, right? So I hope till here everything is okay. So if I have to write this in terms of, so this is cos. So I will write in terms of cos inverse. Right? So this will become simply cos inverse of 5. So you should get cos 5 will be nothing but base upon hypotenuse. So base is 1 upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is under root of 2 minus a square. Right? So this will simply become 1 upon under the root of 2 minus a square. So till here I have solved. And this whole thing gets converted into what? 1 upon under root of 2 minus a square. Right? Let's write this thing in the next page. Let's solve. First you check till here. Everyone just check till here. Okay. Then last part, cosec of tan inverse of. So we have cosec of tan inverse of 1 upon this, we got 1 upon root of 2 minus a square. 1 upon under the root of 2 minus a square. Right? Now again, I will repeat the exact same thing which I did on the previous two parts. I will take this equals to, let's take it, this equals to alpha. So tan inverse of something is equals to alpha. So we will have tan alpha is equals to 1 upon root of 2 minus a square, right? So tan alpha is what? Height upon base. So height is what? 1. Base is what? Under the root of 2 minus a square, right? So what is the hypotenuse? This is square plus this is square. So this becomes under the root of 3 minus a square, right? And this is alpha. So cosec of cosec inverse alpha, I will write this in terms of cosec inverse. So this is cosec inverse. Cosec inverse means 1 by sine. So sine is what? Height upon hypotenuse, and this will become hypotenuse upon height. So this is under root of 3 minus a square by 1. So this will give you nothing but under the root of 3 minus a square. Right? Just check this one. Shall we move on to the next one? Okay, everybody understood? Yes, let's move on to the next kind of question in which we will substitute something to the values of x. In which substitution is also a method, in solving the inverse trigonometric function question, something like this. Hai na? So let's solve a question. So they have given, the question is something like this. So for x is less than 0 now, remember x is less than 0, okay? Then show that, or find the value of cos inverse x plus sine inverse root of 1 minus x square. So cos inverse x plus sine inverse root of 1 minus x square. Okay, you have to find the value of this. X is equals to cos theta. Okay, let's see if we can find it. No, bache, 1 is not the correct answer, bacha. No, pi by 2 is still not the correct answer. You will get in terms of pi, but just tell me what will be the value. Find the answer. Don't worry. Take time. It's okay. This is the first time you are solving this kind of substitution kind of question, so it's okay. Now here one thing, x is less than 0, so definitely x will be greater than or equals to minus 1, because here it is cos inverse of x. So you don't have to think that sir x is less than 0, then will x can be minus infinity also. No, if x is less than 0, x will definitely be equals to greater than equals to minus 1. Okay. Yes, pi is the correct answer. Very good. Yes, Abhishek, very good. Okay, let's see. Let's try to solve this one. I'll solve this one for you. Then next question, you just try to solve by yourself. Okay. So what we'll do, because here directly there is an x. So what I can do, I can directly think of substituting x. I can directly think of substituting x is equals to cos of x is equals to, I can write x is equals to cos of theta, or x is equals to cos of theta, right? So why am I converting this is in form of x is equals to cos theta, so that this will directly gets converted into cos inverse of cos theta. So this will directly gets converted into theta. This will directly gets converted into theta. So first thing is that I will try to write x in terms of cos theta. But the thing is if x is less than 0, then the principal value, basically if simply I had, this was not given, nothing like this was given, only x is equals to cos theta was given, then I know that theta belongs to, in this case theta belongs to 0 to pi. If nothing was given, I know that theta belongs to 0 to pi. Now they have given that x is less than 0. If x is less than 0, that means theta belongs to which part now? Theta belongs to, now this 0 to pi by 2 gets removed. Why? Because from 0 to pi by 2, cos of theta will be giving you positive value from 0 to 1. But here, because x is negative, theta belongs to which domain? So this will become pi by 2 to pi. Theta belongs to pi by 2 to pi, because theta can only belongs to 0 to pi, because it is cos inverse. So theta can only belongs to 0 to pi, right? So that is why but pi pe it will be defined na, halaki pi pe it will be defined, yes, both will be open bracket, because cos theta is defined at pi by 2. Sorry, both will be close bracket because theta is defined at pi by 2. Yes, okay, fine. So basically this simply gets converted into theta. So this part is simply nothing but it is theta, right? Now we have to check what this becomes. Now we have to check what this thing becomes. Okay, let's see if you can find it or not. Just try to find out the value of this. Okay, x is given less than 0. Because of that, yeah, so this will be in open bracket. You can write this is an open bracket, won't make any difference, much of a difference. They have given x less than 0, so okay, fine. You can keep this left hand side as open bracket pi by 2, because for pi by 2 it will be 0. So, yes, okay, so let's see. So basically, if here also I have substituted x as theta, if here also I have substituted x as theta, here also I have to substitute x as theta only, right? You will get pi minus theta, very good. So what you will do, first we will try to find out, this is sine inverse of under the root of 1 minus x square. So this will become sine inverse of under the root of x is what? X is cos theta. So this becomes 1 minus cos theta whole square. So this is nothing but sine inverse of, this becomes sine inverse of sine theta. This becomes sine inverse of sine theta. One thing, right? Now see, here if this theta was simply belonging to 0 to pi, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. If this theta was belonging to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, I would have simply written this as what? I would have simply written this as theta, right? If this theta sir, that this was from my side or your side? Okay, fine, leave it in. Okay, fine. So what is that? This kind of question we have already done. This kind of question we have already done, in which we have sine inverse of sine theta, and what kind of graph we will get for this one? For now, this theta belongs to which? This theta belongs to which part? This theta belongs to pi by 2 to pi. This theta belongs to pi by 2 to pi. Okay. So basically, if we recap what we did before, then the curve will be something like this. This was y is equals to x, right? This point was pi by 2, right? This is y is equals to minus x. This point is pi. So this equation of this line is y is equals to x minus pi. This sorry. This line is y is equals to minus x plus pi. This line is y is equals to minus x plus pi, right? And the value of theta is lying in this part. So simply I will substitute x is equals to theta. So what will I get here? I will get here pi minus theta. Just check this one, everyone. Just check this one, what I just did. Just check this. Okay, I will explain it once again. Everyone else? Okay, fine. See, so this leave this part first. This part everybody understood. The first thing which I did, theta, everybody understood. This angle, why this is lying in this part, everybody understood. Yes, very good, very good, very good. Okay, now let's move on to the second part. Okay, I will try to solve this part once again. Okay, so we have sine inverse of sine of theta. We have sine inverse of sine of theta. Okay, if you remember, we have done questions like this before. And in which what we have done, we know what will be the graph of this. This graph will be something like this. If you remember the graph of sine inverse of sine theta, if you have notes, just check your notes. It's okay to check your notes once again. This is pi by 2. This is pi. Just check your notes. If you have notes, if you have written this thing, we have specifically made the graph of sine inverse of sine theta, cos inverse of cos theta, and all those graphs. Where theta belongs to pi by 2 to pi. Yes. If you'll check your notes, we have got graph something like this, right? This point is pi by 2, and this equation of this line was y is equals to x, right? Equation of this line was y is equals to minus x plus pi. This line was y is equals to x plus, sorry, y is equals to x minus 2 pi, because this is pi, this will become 2 pi, and so on, right? Now see, this theta lies in which part? This theta lies from here till here, right? This theta lies from here till here, right? So I will simply substitute the value of x as theta. I will simply substitute the value of x as theta. So what I will get, this is y, this line is y is equals to, this line is y is equals to minus x plus 3 plus pi. For x is equals to theta, when x is equals to theta, so you will get minus theta plus pi, right? Fine. So we have what? This is equals to y. This will be the value of this thing. So this will give you what? This will give you minus theta plus pi. Okay. And from the previous part, we already had plus theta. So this theta and theta gets cancelled. So the overall answer will be pi. Understood, everyone? Fine. Just check this.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I just make an?
Okay, so I hope everybody has noted down. Fine. So let's move on to the question once again. So see, one of you was asking, sir, okay, are we back? Yes, are we back to the class or not? Everyone, should I start? Okay, so let's see. So basically, one of you were asking, sir, why we cannot convert this sine? Where is the original question? Where is the original question? Yeah, see, why we cannot convert this sine inverse into cos inverse also, into some form of cos inverse, because we have converted this into cos, right? Or sine inverse into some other trigonometric ratio. Now see, once more I'm showing you. If you remember in the first slide, when we were converting the trigonometric ratios into one another, sine inverse into cos inverse into tan inverse into cot inverse, the condition was that x is greater than 0 and less than 1. That x is greater than 0 and less than 1. Now why are we writing this? Why x is greater than 0 and less than 1 here? Why? Because now the value of theta will lie between 0 to pi by 2. Theta will lie between 0 to pi by 2, right? And in first quadrant, so that means theta is in first quadrant. In first quadrant, all are positive and all will give same values whatever is asked for. Understood? So that is why there is no point of anything adding or subtracting pi or something like that. Same thing for this one. Same thing for this one. X is greater than 0, less than 1, right? So again in first quadrant, right? But here see, here sine inverse of sine theta, we have to convert, we have to write this. Sorry. This one. Sine inverse of root of 1 minus x square, right? So we had something, but we cannot convert this into cos. Why? Because we have already taken x is equals to cos. So when we will write this thing, what is happening? When we write this thing, we will find out in which quadrant this theta is lying. So theta is lying from pi by 2 to pi. Theta is lying from pi by 2 to pi, right? In pi by 2 to pi, this part will not simply come out. This part will not simply come out as theta. This part will not simply come out as theta. Okay. What will this part come out as? We have to find using the graphs which we have already plotted. Okay. Fine. Now just quickly copy the steps which sir has just written down. Please Please quickly copy the steps. I'll give you 2 minutes. Take the steps or just take the snapshot or just copy paste somewhere. Simply scroll and copy paste. Okay, fine. So everybody understood why it is very necessary for you to pay the fees? Yes. Okay, fine. So just copy paste fast. Copy paste, send it to a mail, send it as a mail, or just copy paste and paste it on a notepad or something. Fine. Okay. Done? Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, one question, sir, but if we are trying to find out the value of sine inverse of 1 minus x square theta is equal to theta, then theta belongs to 0 to pi by. Yes, bacha. If we simply write sine inverse, this thing is equals to theta. This thing is equals to theta. But in the same question, we cannot write this thing separately and this thing separately. X can take same value at the same time for both of them. So we cannot simply just for our convenience, this thing is we are taking as cos theta and here we are taking something else. So just for our convenience, we cannot take in the same question x value something different here and something different here. Understood, bacha? Apurva, did you understood? Right? So if you are taking, suppose if you have an equation x square plus, so if you suppose you have an equation x square plus 2x plus 3x cube. So we cannot simply take 0 here, 1 here and minus 1 here. Whatever value of x you will take, it will be uniform. It has to be uniform for the whole thing. So if you are taking something here, then it has to be same thing here. If you want to solve using this part, you can solve. I have not tried it using this part, but if you want to solve, you can solve. There is no restriction that you have to solve from cos inverse also. But because I can see that this x is simply, if I substitute x as cos theta, it will simply come out to be theta. That is why I've started in this way. And it will be less tedious. It will be easy for me to work out. At least for this part. Okay, very good, excellent. Fine. So let's move on. One more. Let's solve some more questions based on this. Let's see if we are able to solve it or not. Okay. So you have to prove. Now this is a proof question. One proof question will do. So this is cos inverse of under the root of 1 plus x upon by 2 is equals to cos inverse of x by 2. We have to prove that cos inverse of root of 1 plus x by 2 is equals to cos inverse x by 2, where x is less than 1 and greater than minus 1. Where x is less than 1 and greater than minus 1. Okay, solve this one. I'll give you 2 minutes. Please solve. It's a very simple question. Again, substitution. We can do substitution also. This, how to think of it is how to think of this in terms of substitution. See, this thing, x is less than 1 and greater than minus 1, right? I can use this x as sine theta or x as cos theta, because both have the range same as this x is. Anything we can use, right? So here the best way to use is x is equals to cos theta, and why is I will use x is equals to cos theta? Because we have 1 plus x by 2. Wherever in trigonometry I'm talking about, if you have to substitute something, in most 99% of the cases, if you have 1 plus x or 1 minus x, anywhere, है ना, in trigonometry. Or suppose if you have to substitute in some question, if you have 1 plus x or 1 minus x, generally x will be substituted as cos theta, and then this cos theta will be broken down into its half angle formula. Why? Let's see. 1 plus x or 1 plus cos theta. I can write cos theta as 1 plus 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. This gets cancelled, so this becomes simply 2 cos square theta by 2. If it is 1 minus x or 1 minus cos theta, it will cos theta I will write as 1 minus of 1 minus 2 sine square theta by 2, and simply this will become 2 sine square theta by 2, right? Also on the top of that they have a root and divided by 2. This thing to matlab, if you will ever see this is like, if you ever see this x, you have to substitute x as cos theta, है ना? So if I substitute x as cos theta, so let's take x is equals to cos theta. If x is equals to cos theta and x is from -1 to 1, so theta will belongs to which domain? Means theta which belongs to which range of angle? Theta will belong to simply from 0 to pi, right? Because from 0 to pi, theta will cos will be taking all the values, right? Very good, very good. You have solved. So this is cos inverse of, this is cos inverse of under the root of 1 plus cos theta by 2. So this is simply, this is nothing but cos inverse of 1 plus cos theta by 2. So this will simply become under the root of 2 cos square theta by 2 by 2. Now this is 2 cos square theta by 2. This will come out to be as mod of cos theta by 2. This is cos inverse of mod of cos theta by 2. Now because theta is in 0 to pi, so theta by 2 will be from 0 to pi by 2. So this will always be positive. So this will simply become theta by 2. Theta by 2 is what? Theta is what? Cos inverse of x. So this is nothing but cos inverse of x by 2. Simple. Okay, just check this one. I will show you the slides once again. Okay, I'll show you the slides once again. Just take a snapshot. Just solve some questions. Solve some questions based on the same topic. And they have questions on this, I think, have been given in your NCERT book. So I guess you can solve those questions for basic purposes. Once again, I will start giving questions from the same topic. Okay, fine. Okay. Subiksha beta, from where do you want me to explain? From where do you want me to explain? First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Which step? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or from beginning? Just tell me fast. Second step. This from here. So if I have taken x is equals to cos theta, if I have taken x is equals to cos theta, and x is from 1 to minus 1, x is from 1 to minus 1. So simply I can say that theta belongs to 0 to pi. Why theta belongs to 0 to pi? Because curve for cos theta is what? Curve for cos theta will be something like this. Theta will take value from 0 to pi. So all values of theta, and because it is cos inverse, that is why I'm mentioning this theta, because it is cos inverse. That is why I'm mentioning the value, the range of theta in which it lies. If it was not inverse, I won't even have bothered. Okay, but it can take any value from real. So this is x is equals to cos theta. Again, cos theta, I will convert this into half angle formula. Half angle formula, I think this part you must have understood simply, right? So this 2 and 2 gets cancelled. From I think afterwards, Subiksha, you have understood? Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. 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 Just take the snapshot. We have done few questions today, but the section was productive. Don't worry. And we have solved some good questions today. Even though we have done small number of questions, but those questions are very good. If you are able to understand these kind of questions, board mein to you will never be able to make any mistake if you are able to understand today's class, whatever we have done. For inverse trigonometric function, that is enough. One more property is in minus wala property bas raha hai. Only one property in which we have minus. Only that thing is left out. Otherwise, apart from that, we have done everything. At least for your board. For JEE also. For JEE also, we have done more than enough. Just those properties are left for JEE, and then we solve some questions based on JEE, on previous year JEE questions. So I think we will be good enough. Imba, are you able to understand everything? Okay, very good, very good. Anna, very good. Are you practicing, studying at home or not? Or just having fun? Okay, fine. Okay, which books you purchased? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Just keep on practicing. Just if you have with you any a book from which you can just solve questions, question bank kind of book that are okay for any author. Question banks are fine. They will have more or less same kind of questions. Okay. बच्चे there is objective mathematics RD Sharma है ना, that is okay, that has in means too many questions है ना, so if you just solve that, that is more than enough for you for JEE mains है ना, for JEE mains that is good है ना. Also we have our seekers material also, once the school will get reopened and all, so once all these intermediary things will get over, you will get your seekers material also. Seeker material itself is more than enough for you to crack JEE means, and with a good rank, and with a good rank also. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much.